You're this perp, and yep, the Gallagher'S are back for another season. This is their 9th season, 100th episode, and I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of each character and what's going on with them in this episode, and pretty much give you my overall thoughts at the end of this video. If you haven't checked out this season yet or haven't watched this episode yet, click off the video now. But anyways, we're going to get into my man, Frank. Frank is my favorite character off this whole entire show. If he wasn't a part of this show, William Hayes, I would probably never watch this shit. Honestly. To be honest, I probably wouldn't watch this shit. But he really is the glue to this whole entire show. Now, Frank here, he always goes through some type of different adventure. In this episode, he's pretty much fucking everybody's wife, which is like really hilarious, giving all these people chlamydia. It's just a really, really funny and interesting scene. And all I gotta say to y'all out there is please, please, please wrap that shit the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Use protection, because you don't want to run into a motherfucker like Frank and end up burning. But now to Fiona. Now, this is her last season on this show, and I feel like I made a video about this, her leaving the show. And to me, when I'm thinking about it, I was like, it makes sense, because out of all the different characters on this show, her storyline is the least interesting now. It's her storylines have become very cliche and very repetitive. Everybody else has shown different types of growth, and different, aspects to their personality. They give you different aspects of their personality, and yeah, it makes sense, and probably Emmy's seen that in her characters and got bored of it, and I'm thinking the writers did too. But anyways, on to the next character, Lip. Now Lip is living his sober life. He's still out here fucking bitches, but these bitches got the lifestyle that he doesn't want. He's trying to get away from, and it just keeps bringing him back in. Hopefully Lip doesn't snap back into his Frank ways, because he's very close to becoming Frank. He's like one drink away from becoming Frank and just throwing it all away. But I really like Lip too. He's like my second favorite character, I would say. Or I would say my third favorite character, but my second favorite character is Carl. Now, I don't know what to expect from Carl the rest of the season, but he has that crazy bitch following her. And by the end of it, I think it's going to be really interesting to see his arc in this season. I think he might get himself in some trouble. He's trying to also do something different with his life. He's trying to find his purpose, just like this next character, Ian. Now, Ian, I wasn't really fucking with the whole gay Jesus shit last season. I think that kind of went a little overboard. But this shit when he's in prison and he's trying to, he starts a hoe strike, that shit is pretty fucking funny, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's really interesting. I like Ian's character because he's bipolar. So this whole Jesus complex that he has and all this thinking he needs to save all these people is affecting his mental health. And I feel like it's going to be a dark season for him this season. But I hate that they spoiled him getting out in the previews. But anyways, now Debbie out here is looking like the mother and the father. She's trying to she's working hard, blah blah blah. And her storyline's okay, you know, she just, you know, wants to be one of the guys kind of whatnot. But anyways, overall, this was a solid episode. You know, Kevin Veronica had their own thing and whatnot this whole season. It wasn't really too much going on there. But I am really interested to see how this season's going to play out, because anybody that's ever watched Shameless knows they always started off like this, and then it starts to get darker and darker, and the story actually starts to unfold. So we're going to have to just wait until then. But until then, I'll check y'all out. And let me know in the comments below if you wanted me to keep up with the episodes. If not, I'll be back for a season finale. But if I get no feedback, then I probably won't do episode by episode, or just pick out like certain key episodes and review them. But until then, I'm out, guys. Peace.